सरस्वती शारदे, माँ सरस्वती शारदे। श्वेत कमल तेरा आसन है, श्वेत हंस तेरा वाहन है। हम पर स्निग्ध दृष्टि कर जननी, बोध शीर की धार दे। वीणा पाणी तार दे, तार दे, तार दे। माँ सरस्वती शारदे, माँ सरस्वती शारदे। Thank you for that melodious and soulful start. Now to extend a warm welcome and to introduce our esteemed chief guest for today, I invite our respected Registrar and Dean in Charge, Professor Sheila Reddy, to address the gathering.
The chief guest of the program, Shri Satya Kumar Yadav Garu, Honorable Minister of Health, Family Welfare and Medical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, respected Vice Chancellor, Professor S.A. Kori, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, and dear students, a very good morning to all of you. On behalf of Central University of Andhra Pradesh, it gives me immense pleasure to extend a heartfelt welcome to all. We are honored and privileged to have amidst us the Honorable Minister, Shri Satya Kumar Yadav Garu. Notwithstanding his busy schedule, he has kindly consented to be the chief guest and deliver the distinguished lecture on the dream of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, that is Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India, the dream which drives the mission and vision of Vikasit Bharat at the rate of 2047, that is the goal of developed India. I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor S.A. Kori, to formally welcome Honorable Minister by presenting a bouquet. Thank you, sir. Atmanirbhar Bharat emphasizes self-reliance through innovation, resilience, capacity building across defense, healthcare and infrastructure. Atmanirbhar Bharat is the pathway to realize the goal of developed India. The presence of Honorable Minister exemplifies the commitment of the Government of Andhra Pradesh to Atmanirbhar Bharat under the leadership of Shri Nara Chandra Babu Naidu Garu, Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Andhra Pradesh. I do understand that all of you eagerly await to gain insights from the perspective of Honorable Minister on Atmanirbhar Bharat. I don't intend to stand between you and him for long. Nevertheless, let me have the honor of presenting his profile, though he needs no introduction. Today, this morning, we are joined by a remarkable leader, Shri Satya Kumar Yadav Garu, who truly embodies the spirit of dedication, service and lifelong learning. Satya, as he is very popularly known, is a self-made man. Born on September 16, 1971 in Produturu, Andhra Pradesh, Shri Yadav Garu rose from a humble lower middle class background. His schooling began in local municipal school and pursued further studies with determination, earning a diploma in electronics and communication engineering in Madanpalli, a college which was affiliated to Shri Venkateshwara University. He then obtained a master's in political science from Madurai Kamaraj University and a master's in business administration from the Institute for Technology and Management, Chennai. Notably, his commitment to academic growth continues as he now pursues both a law degree and doctorate. This is illustrative of his lifelong quest for knowledge. Shri Satya Kumar Yadav Garu's leadership qualities and his organizational skills found expression in his early college days. His association with Akhila Bharat Vidya Parishad started at a relatively young age during his college days. He was elected unopposed as General Secretary in the college while pursuing diploma in electronics. His capabilities led to a long-standing association of over 25 years with Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu Garu, former Vice President of India, in roles such as Private Secretary and Officer on Special Duty. In these capacities, Shri Yadav Garu contributed extensively to government and party work at state and national levels, including planning and executing major political events and election strategies. Throughout his career, Shri Yadav has handled significant responsibilities. He served as National Secretary of the Bharatiya Janata Party, in several states. His career is also distinguished by extensive international exposure. He is a widely traveled man across the globe, from the US and the UK to China, Australia, Europe and beyond, bringing valuable perspectives to his work in governance and public policy. His work reflects his values, humility, assertiveness and constant drive for excellence. In his current role as Honorable Minister of Health, Family Welfare and Medical Education, he continues to lead with vision and dedication, focusing on the welfare and empowerment of people through education and health reforms. Shri Yadav personifies the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat. His life and work reminds us that self-reliance is born out of education, discipline, service and continuous aspiration. As the architect of many successful initiatives and a catalyst for change, his insights today will illuminate paths for our youth and guide us towards a resilient, inclusive and progressive India. As we look forward to listen to Shri Satya Kumar Yadav Garu, let us acknowledge the inspiring journey of a leader who has not only risen from humble beginnings but also shaped national dialogue and policy, working tirelessly to empower communities and foster progress through knowledge and action. His life reflects courage, perseverance and purpose. The Central University of Andhra Pradesh welcomes you, sir, very warmly. The entire community looks forward to your address on Atmanirbhar Bharat and to learn from your distinguished experience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those kind words and for setting the stage with such warm welcome. I now have the honor of inviting our guiding force and visionary leader, Professor S.A. Corey, Vice Chancellor of CUAB, to address the gathering and set the tone for today's program.
Andariki Vandanamalu. Good morning to all of you. Shri Satya Kumar Yadav, Honorable Minister of Health, Family Welfare and Medical Education, colleague Professor Sheila Reddy Madam is the registrar. Also, welcome all the senior citizens of the Anantapur district, the villagers, senior citizens, my senior colleagues, my faculties, the students, press and media, security forces, police department, medical education officers who are here. It is a great honor to welcome you on this occasion to have the discussion on Atmanirbhar Bharat. Before quoting this, I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks and gratitude on behalf of the entire fraternity of the Central University of Andhra Pradesh to the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, Honorable Minister for Education, Government of India, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh Shri Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh Shri Pawan Kalyanji. And also thanks to this Honorable Member of Parliament, Shri Ambika Lakshmi Narayan Valmiki, and all the Honorable Members of the MPs, MLAs, MLCs and local bodies, as this campus was dedicated to the nation on 29 July 2025 by the Honorable Minister of Education in virtual mode from New Delhi. This is one of the fastest growing university in the country, and the entire campus was built in 20 months. But thanks to CPWD, maybe CPWD engineer may be here, and they work in our food, sir. And you visited when the constructions are going on, and maybe after 1 year we moved here. And the first minister to visit our campus, we're so happy that paternity is so happy. And state government has helped us in many ways by providing the land, the water, the road, and compound wall, whatever we asked, and state government is kind enough to extend all the services to the Central University of Andhra Pradesh. And because of your good gesture, and you can see the mega structure, the place of Anandpur. And as the topic today we chosen, Atmanirbhar Bharat, the foundation of a strong and developed India. On the 79th Independence Day, Honorable Prime Minister declared this Atmanirbhar Bharat as one of the key foundational plans for Viksit Bharat, looking at the 2047. And the main focus of the 5 pillars for this Viksit Bharat are the economy, the infrastructure, the systems, the democracy, the demand, so that it can become a self-reliant to the bedrock of the national strength, dignity, and the journey of the developed India by 2047. And you could see the result in the just last 10 years or 5 years, how the developed the India is looking at the whole globe. They focus on the recent one is the Operation Sindoor, where our defense, the technologies were used. That is one of the best example I could quote. The self-reliance in the jet engine. The semiconductor is coming in a big way, which can take the entire globe, where the chips can be supplied from India. And the space sector is one of the fastest growing. And focus is also on the clean energy and renewable energy. And thanks to state government, Andhra Pradesh, they are already focusing on the solar energy to create, I think, 50 megawatt volt in Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh, and one more place, and Nellore or somewhere else, they already planned. And national deep water exploration is the other mission. The agriculture self-reliance and fertilizers is the other mission. Digital sovereignty and indigenous platform, self-reliance in medicines and innovations. Championing at Swadeshi, that is the vocal for local. The Honorable Prime Minister talked about many times on the vocal for local, where to give the emphasis for the local, the indigenous technologies to be made. And the mission for Sudarshan Chakra, and so on and so forth. They visualized that India is the fastest growing economy. We have almost 1.46 billion of population. Our GDP is almost going to be reached in 4.1 trillion, the 4th largest economy in the world. And GDP growth is around 6.7% in 24, and this GDP contribution is around 54% by the service sector and the 27% from the industrial sector. India is also fastest growing industries, that is the ITs, the media and entertainment, the fintech, the space sector, health sector, pharmaceutical, and so on and so forth. And similarly, the India is also looking and much ahead in the digital and the technology growth. Internet users reached to more than 900 million. Digital financial transactions reached to 16.73 billion across the globe. And startup ecosystem is the 3rd largest in the world, over 1.57 the recognized startups, and out of which 58 top deep tech the startups in the India. And similarly, we have a very good at the intellectual property and ecosystem, and intellectual property filings have been increased in multifold in the last 4 years. Patent applications in the education is reached to 180%. Trademark applications reached to 28%. Design application is 266%. Copyright applications is around 83%. Geographical indications is more than 380%. So Atmanirbhar Bharat is also focusing on the job creations, reforms in the education that has come in last 4 years, 5 years, 2020. After 34 years of the earlier policy, the entire education has been changed in the national education policy. Sir, this is the university where we adopted 100% NEP, where we have a multidisciplinary approach, interdisciplinary approach. The students can earn the credit from anywhere in the country or in the globe, and the university will issue the certificate for them. So, sir is the very humble person, since from across where I have been contact with him, and this is the best example of our youth, how the engineer turns to study the political science and again turns to a politician who serve the better to the society, so that everybody can contribute for the developed nation. Sir, university has taken up many initiatives. As per the directives of the Ministry of Education, we conducted the Nashamukt Bharat Abhiyan, then partition horrors, then we have a Swachhata Hai Seva, Cyber Security Divas, Samvidhan Divas, Fit India Week, Viksit Bharat for Young Dialogue, Ek Pet, Akena. Then we have a financial awareness program under Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, then International Yoga Day, Har Ghar Tiranga, Partition Horrors, Remembrance Day, and many more. So this is also one of the program where we are deliberating every month, every fortnight. So one or the other program, the central universities organizing this kind of activities. And apart from that, CAP is not only focusing on its academic curriculum, but on the outreach activities. We adopted the 6 villages nearby our campus, and many of our faculty, students goes there and make them to be awareness on the health, the education, and university took a lot of survey work, and university faculty participated in Suvarna Andhra documentation, how what is that vision of the Honorable Chief Minister of the Andhra Pradesh, how this state should look into 2047. We got the best research project funds from DST, Niti Aayog, ICSSR, and also we are having a skill training for the villagers where they could train in the tailoring and other things, so that they'll become a self-entrepreneur in the future. Already 60 women from the villagers they have been trained. Maybe next week we are going to issue the certificate for them, so that they'll become become an entrepreneur. So like that, we have done a lot of things, sir. It is not only for the academic program we are focusing, and also the university is focusing on the societal needs, its education, its health, its awareness, and its surveying the girl child and other things. NSS activities taking it, maybe they are going in the next month for the camp for 10 days in Nampally village, and already the dates have been settled down, and Government of India also funded some seed money to organize this kind of activities. So once again, I thank you, sir, for taking your valuable time to spare for this university, and it's the brainchild of this Andhra Pradesh government, and the fastest growing university. Now 26 state students are studying in our university from across the country for 30 program. We have a diversity in the faculty. 12 state faculty are here, and that is how the university made it very the foundation, strong foundation. Everyone is making its effort to give the best to the society. With these few words, sir, thank you once again. Thank you, sir, once again for come over here and take a part.
I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor and the to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Shri Satya Yadav ji, Honorable Minister, as a token of our respect and appreciation. Thank you. That was a heartfelt gesture of honor and admiration. Ladies and gentlemen, the highlights of today's program is now before us. We are deeply honored to have with us Shri Satya Yadav ji, a visionary leader and a dedicated public servant, whose initiatives have brought transformative changes in the field of health, family welfare, and medical education. From strengthening healthcare infrastructure to championing accessibility and innovation, his journey is an inspiration to every aspiring change maker. It is my privilege to invite our distinguished chief guest, Honorable Minister Shri Satya Yadav ji, to deliver the distinguished lecture.
Bharat Mata ki. First of all, I should thank the organizers for keeping this podium short. Because the taller the podium is, the more possibility of me being invisible. Of course, I will be audible even if it is taller. The respected Vice Chancellor of Central University, Professor S.A. Kori garu, respected Dean, Professor Sheila Reddy garu, the faculty, the staff, and the students who have come across the country from all parts of the country, and friends from media, Andarki Namaskaram. Before I start, I just want to know, because the VC Garu was telling me there are students who have come from 26 states. It's like a mini Bharat. I would like to know how many of you can understand Telugu. Will you please raise your hands? Most of you. And those who speak only Hindi, I mean Hindi and English, not from Andhra Pradesh. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ ಯಾರೈనా ಇದ್ದಾರಾ? ನಮ್ಮ ವಿ ಸಿ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಷಯ. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಇಬ್ಬರು ಮುಗ್ಗರು 4 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡು, anybody from Tamil Nadu? Okay. Maharashtra?
Only that is displaying.
Northeastern states? Thank you.
Okay, remove standby.
Today is a pride moment for me. I thank respected VC sir also for allowing to organize such a lecture on an important topic of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And it is also a pride moment for me. He was mentioning that I am the first minister to visit this prestigious institution after its virtual inauguration by a global leader, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. I happened to visit this place some 3 years back as a party activist to see the progress of the institution, and this is the first time after completion of the college, and it is astonishing to see such a huge infrastructure, and you are all lucky enough to are pursuing your education in a prestigious institution like Central University, Anantapur. Those who have come from other states, I welcome you to all to Andhra Pradesh and more particularly to Rayalaseema. Since you are studying in Andhra Pradesh and Central University,
ఇక్కడ పైన స్టాండ్
there are many people from Andhra Pradesh.
అదే కంపల్సరీ
You all know that Andhra Pradesh was bifurcated in 2014. How many of you know at the time of bifurcation, how many central universities were there, central institutions were there in Andhra Pradesh? There used to be only one Sanskrit Vidyapith in Tirupati. Because all other institutions went with the new state, Telangana. But in a span of just 10 years, you name any prestigious central university or institution, everything is there in Andhra Pradesh now. Whether it is Indian Institute of Technology, yes. Indian Institute of Management, yes. National Institute of Technology, NIT, yes, in Tadepalligudem. All India Institute of Medical Sciences, yes. 2 triple ITs, 1 IITDM, Indian Institute of Information Tool Design Management, and Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management, and Central Institute of Petroleum Engineering and Technology, and even there is a Central Institute of Kallari Institute is also there. And you know, Central University, and there is a Tribal University, there is a Horticulture University, there is a Agriculture University, and even there is a Petroleum University in Andhra Pradesh, and there is a Indian Institute of Science and Education Research also. While there are only 6 IISERs all over the country, and 1 IISER in Andhra Pradesh also. You name any institute that is there in Andhra Pradesh now. That is the advantage that Andhra Pradesh got after bifurcation under the NDA rule, under the rule of Narendra Modi ji, also Honorable CM Chandrababu Naidu ji. See, okay, this is just because happen to be in the Central University, I'm just trying to tell what transformation that has taken place in the last 10 years in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, coming to the subject, the computer, can I get your name? Manoja Garu, Dr. Manoja Garu and Sheila Reddy Garu, and also VC Garu, they spoke everything about the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and VC Garu also went on to say what is our GDP now, what is our great growth rate when compared to other countries, how the India is being transformed. But before we talk about the transformation of India, we should all understand what kind of economy that Narendra Modi ji inherited in 2014 when he became Prime Minister of India. When he became Prime Minister, when took reins of the country as a Prime Minister, there was a current account deficit, there was a revenue deficit, there was fiscal deficit, there was a trade deficit, overall there was a trust deficit, and there was a policy paralysis in the country. There was nothing in the country, there was unemployment all over, there was corruption, and at the point of time when he took as a reins as a Prime Minister, and he transformed India into one of the largest economies of the world. The growth rate used to be only 4.4, inflation used to be almost 10% when he became Prime Minister. Within a span of just 5 years, with his astounding leadership qualities, out-of-box ideas, and robust foreign policy, he could transform the otherwise bankrupt economy into one of the largest economies in the world. Now we stand at 4th place. We were at the 11th place in 2014. That is a transformation that has taken place in the past 10 years or 11 years in the country. Now we are talking about Atmanirbhar. What is Atmanirbhar? Yes, Atmanirbhar boosts Indian economy. Atmanirbhar will create infrastructure. Atmanirbhar will attract investment, whether it is domestic or foreign direct investment. Atmanirbhar will lead to establishment of new industries. The new establishment of new industries will generate employment. The new generation of employment creates wealth, generates wealth, and it also generates employment, and then it increases the per capita income of the people. That's how creation of wealth is possible through Atmanirbhar. And there are 3 pillars. I was talking about the 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar. There are 3 pillars which we talk about. Normally we talk about them, but we don't never feel that these three things can be pillars to making India self-reliant and building India a resilient India with these three pillars. Those three pillars are Swadeshi, we all know, the Indian goods. We should promote Indian goods. We should buy Indian goods, and the Swabhasha. Since we have come from all over the country, we all belong to different languages. We are a country with unity in diversity. We all speak different languages. In fact, my mother tongue is Marathi, but we migrated from Maharashtra almost 350 years ago. But now I consider Telugu as my mother tongue. I think in Telugu only. So I'm not very fluent in Marathi, but still I consider Telugu as a mother tongue. Both I speak Marathi, but I consider Telugu as my mother tongue. So Swabhasha, you should take pride in your mother tongue. And the third is Swabhusha. Swabhusha is we should be proud about our rich culture and rich cultural heritage also. ఉత్కృష్టమైన సంస్కృతి మన భాగం ప్రపంచంలో ఎక్కడ కూడా ఇంత ఉత్కృష్టమైన సంస్కృతి, ఉన్నతమైన వారసత్వ సంపద, మహోన్నతమైన ఈ కుటుంబ వ్యవస్థ ప్రపంచంలో ఎక్కడ లేదు. అటువంటి సంస్కృతి మన దేశంలో ఉంది. Now we are talking about being a Atmanirbhar, but India once used to be a Vishwaguru. When there was no civilization in other parts of the world, we were civilized. We had universities like Takshashila and Nalanda, and we used to trade. We used to do trading all over the country. People used to buy things to India. We were Atmanirbhar then, but because of for various reasons, for invasion of Mohammedans and for hundreds of years of colonial rule, then slowly we have become dependent. We were self-reliant, we were a resilient country, but slowly because of these things, these factors, we have become dependent on everything. Once we used to be a country of export, now slowly we have become country of imports. Everything is being imported now. All our toys used to be exported. All our products, agriculture products used to be exported. All our millets used to be exported. Now, slowly we are dependent on even the toothbrush also being imported now from China or elsewhere. Everything we are dependent on imports. Now, understanding the situation to make Atmanirbhar Bharat, Narendra Modi ji, of course, we have taken many initiatives to transform the country on one side, and also to make India self-reliant. He gave a slogan of Swadeshi and also Make in India, Made in India, Vocal for Local. Vocal for Local. He took many initiatives. Just giving a slogans will not suffice. Unless those slogans will turn into deeds, the intended change cannot happen. That is what Narendra Modi ji has done in the last 10 years, more particularly during a pandemic, COVID, when all the other countries, given India's huge population, everybody, other parts of the world thought that India will crumble economically, that lakhs of people will die to the COVID. But contrary to their understanding, the India converted those challenges into opportunities. And there was no N95 mask also. We never produced PPE kits, but we produced N95 masks, PPE kits, and also ventilators. And those who thought India will cripple economically and lakhs will die, that did not happen. And we produced indigenously the COVID, not only administering 200 doses to the Indian population, thus saving every single life in India, and also we exported, supplied at a free of cost to more than 100 nations, including a developed nation called America also. During COVID, we used to supply pharma drugs to the so-called developed nations like Russia and America. That is the strength of India now. We have a inner strength in Indian citizens also. Only thing is, we all these years, because of this Macaulay educational system, we always felt we are superior to Western countries, we are superior to other countries. We always been a knowledge practitioners, but under the leadership now, now we are thinking differently. Now we are converting ourselves into a knowledge producers. That is a transformation that has taken place in India now. The Atmanirbhar will bring new innovations, leveraging new innovations and technologies will create quality healthcare services delivery. Since I am being the minister, technology is changing the world like anything now. It is the world for next 25 years. The technology is going to be a main thing. And yesterday also, you must have seen that Google invested $15 billion in data center in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. That's not a small thing. This is a transformation because all other nations, there are many other countries also. Why did Google choose India as their destination? Because the change is happening here, and the ease of doing business is there. And more particularly in Andhra, it is not just ease of doing business; it is speed of doing business. The visionary leadership, they find visionary leader in Narendra Modi ji and also Chandrababu Naidu. That is the reason why this direct foreign investment is coming to India. So while talking about COVID, everyone else thought so India will cripple economically, but all other nations crippled, but India remained tough and converted this challenge into opportunity. And during that period, Narendra Modi ji announced this Atmanirbhar Bharat. When I said not giving mere slogans or words will not suffice, he also created a fund, production linked incentives to the tune of almost 2 crores, 2 lakh crores, 1,97,000 crores production linked in the key sectors, key 14 sectors like pharmaceuticals, agri products, semiconductors or solar, thus making India to compete with the global nations. Now, this is the reason why we have always been dependent on imports. Now exporting now. Because of this productive linked incentives, now we are manufacturing, we are producing pharmaceuticals. Now we become a pharmaceutical hub. India has become pharmaceutical hub, and we are exporting now pharmaceuticals everywhere. That is the reason why Trump is making so much of hue and cry now, because he is imposing taxes because we are exporting to them. That's their need, their requirement. You will find the consequences later on. That's a different thing. I am not going into that. But in semiconductors also, solar. You should all know, in 2012, the solar policy came in. And the government at that point had a target of generating 20 gigawatt in 10 years. The policy came in 2012, 20 gigawatt in 10 years. That is by 2022, generation of the intended target of generation of non-renewable energy was 20 gigawatt. But 2014, Narendra Modi ji became the Prime Minister, and he brought in a new policy because he understood the importance of the energy. Energy can transform everything. Then that's how he brought a new policy, and because of new policy, the previous government, which had a target of 20 gigawatt by 2022, we could reach, because of the new policy, we could reach the target of 30 gigawatt by 2018. Now today our generation is 200 gigawatt. It is projected to be 500 gigawatt by 2030. That is a transformation in every sector. Now semiconductor, we are dependent on Taiwan, we are dependent on Japan for semiconductors. Now we have created a separate semiconductor policy. We are encouraging local investments. We are also attracting the foreign direct investments, huge foreign direct investment. Because of that, because of the semiconductor will also be, so we are not dependent, we are not going to be dependent on all these small things. Because of this energy generation, our dependency, because we don't have crude oil reserves here. We are always dependent on crude oil. Because of energy, more availability of energy will bring down the dependency on petroleum products from the other nations. 85% of our local needs are from dependent on imports only. If the more EVs will come, the more dependence on energy will reduce the dependency on crude oil, petroleum products, thus saving lakhs of crores of rupees to the Indian exchequer. That is the vision the present leadership has today. And if you compare what kind of transformation that has happened, the production of electronic goods in 2014-15 was worth 1.9 lakh crores. Worth 1.9 lakh crores. In 10 years, the 1.9 lakh crore worth production of electronic goods has gone up almost 10 times, almost is increased by 6 times to 11.3 lakh crore. So we have in our Rayalaseema also we have 2 electronic manufacturing clusters in Tirupati, and the exports of electronics goods, while the production has gone up and accordingly the exports will also go up. Export of electronic goods has gone up from 0.38 38,000 crores to 3.3 lakh crores now, increased by 8 times. And mobile manufacturing units, you will be surprised, in 2014 there were only 2 mobile manufacturing units, and today there are 300 mobile manufacturing units in India. That is Atmanirbhar, building Atmanirbhar Bharat. And production of mobile phones, there were only 18,000 in those 2 units. 18,000 mobile units annually used to be manufactured, produced. Now that number has gone up in 5,50,000 crore mobile units, which is an increase of 28 times. And the export of mobile phones in those, from those 2 units, it was only 1,000 mobile phone units to be exported in 2014. Now the number has gone up from 1,000 to 2 lakh mobile units. We are exporting mobile phones to other nations, and this is this will be surprised. Mobile phones imported. We used to import mobile phones in 2014. 75% of our demand was dependent on imports. 75%. Now it is 0.02%. That is the change that has happened in the last 10 years. And indigenously also, we all know, we talk about Chandrayaan 3, we created our own with our own indigenous technology. We have sent Chandrayaan Vikram lander to South Pole of the lunar Chandra moon and the moon. These are all local thing only. When it was failed, Chandrayaan 2 was failed, we all witnessed what kind of support that Honorable Prime Minister has given to the scientist community, ISRO, and with his support and with his support and continuous support and efforts, within a span of 1 year, we could send Chandrayaan 3 to the South Pole of moon very successfully. That is the leadership we have. That is the reason why Narendra Modi ji wants Atmanirbhar Bharat. If it is Atmanirbhar Bharat has to be built, it is possible only through youth only. Because you are the future of India. We are all dreaming to make India a Vishwaguru, a Vikasit Bharat, one of the first 2 largest economies of the world. So if that has to be happened, it is the youth which has to be participative and which has to be taken. The youth has to take a lead in this. Only then it is possible. And the defense also. We used to import even bullets also from other countries. If you see the defense production, 2014, defense production was only to the tune of 46,000 crores. Now defense production in India has gone up to 1.75 lakh crores. 46,000 crores to 1,75,000 crores now. This rise in India's defense exports also gone up. Between the period of 2004 and 14, it was just 4,200 crore worth of exports that happened in defense system. But now the exports in the last 10 years, 14 to 24, has reached 90,000 crores. 90,000 crores. So now we are now slowly transforming into country of exports now. We are less dependent on imports. So the initiatives that have been taken in the past few years, whether it is the pharmaceutical sector, semiconductors, solars, agriculture, everything, anything, it is because of the initiatives that have been taken. That is, the Prime Minister has given a clarion call from the Red Fort while speaking on 15th August. He said we need to make India resilient. If at all we want to make India resilient, self-sufficient, then we have to purchase local goods. We have to promote local goods. Purchasing local goods will be our affection towards our farmer, or towards our artisan, or towards our labor. So we all should promote, we all should buy. It is not that, I'm not saying that we should boycott the products of other countries, because we can't do that also. We have international treaties with, trade treaties with other countries, we can't do. But we are not saying that boycott, that will be foolish. But promote our local goods, buy our local goods. Let every product in our house be the local product only. There are many other things, I am not going into details. We are buying now vehicles, automobiles, by Indian made automobile. They are buying a car, luxury car, okay, I don't, if you want to buy Range Rover also now become India, Jaguar, Range Rover also become now India products. The other cars are bikes. Now you have beautiful bikes. There used to be, when I was a student, there used to be only one bike, Yamaha. Then came in Kawasaki. That was, I always thought of, Madam was giving an extensive, I'm thankful that she was giving extensive introduction about me, but that is a bad example, don't take me as example, because I was always a backbencher, more active in student politics and less interest in education. That was happened. She was saying, I'm pursuing my law. Yes, I'm pursuing my law for the past 2 decades. I'm also pursuing my PhD for the last 1 decade. So don't take my example. I was in ABVP, that's how, being in a nationalist student outfit, and later joining Bharatiya Janata Party slowly brought me to this stature. It is not because of any other thing, no visionary leadership or nothing, that kind of thing. But I am thankful, Madam, you gave some, of course I come from very humble background, lower middle class family, that's a different thing. Friends, see, Atmanirbhar Bharat, you know how it helps India grow. We know how it will help transform India, becoming one of the largest, first to largest economies in the world. We have a leader with safe hands, but the responsibility also lies on us, and more particularly the present youth. We should understand how the India was few years back, and now what is our target, where we want to go and where we want to be and what we want to be, and accordingly we all should act and we should promote Swadeshi. The country is in a safe hands. We all witnessed when there was a question or something threat from our neighboring rogue nation, which is abetting and aiding terrorism in our country. We taught them a befitting lesson, be it is a surgical strike or air strike, or recently Sindur. We not only taught a befitting lesson to the rogue nation, we also sent a clear message to the world that India, if someone looks at India badly, to poses a threat to sovereignty or unity of India, they will be taught a befitting lesson. That is a clear message to the world now. World looks at us differently. The world looks at us differently now. Now, we are no more that weak nation. We are a very strong nation. Any decision in the world without India being a part of it cannot be taken now. That is the situation. Our leadership is as such, and we have seen many times the present leadership. Narendra Modi has witnessed that kind of leadership many times. Be it is local during COVID time, when the people stranded in many other countries, bringing them back. Be it is a conflict between the Russia and Ukraine, where all the so-called developed nations limited to issuing an advisory, asking those people, the citizens, to come back to India by making their own arrangements. It is the only one country, it is the only one leader who sent aircrafts from India to the foreign soil and spoke to those heads of those countries and told them to stop the country until every single citizen of my country is evacuated safely back to my land. That is the leadership now. I want to share a small thing with you all, because see, we speak, but we normally forget. We feel pride now. We are being recognized, respected. One small such incident happened in my life also. 2 years back, I happened to be in London, along one of my friends. Then we got into a taxi. I told that driver, can you take me to Shoreditch Road? He said, where do you have postal code? I said, I don't have postal code, but I can give you the location. Then I said, I showed him location. He took the phone, he saw, and he gave back phone to me. while giving back, he came to press the button and the photo screensaver popped up, wherein I'm holding Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's hand, and he saw, man, give me that phone back. I said, why? No, let me have a look. I said, what happened? Do you want a location? No, I got idea about location, but I want to see your phone. Then my friends, I was about to give, my friend alerted me, Anna, don't give Anna, what if he runs away with the phone? I said, okay, I said, let him run away, this is worth 50,000. If he runs away with my phone, we can run away with his car worth 20 lakhs. Then I think बहुत इसके साथ मैंने दे दिया, उनको हिम्मत के साथ फ़ोन दे दिया. उन्होंने फ़ोन देके कहा, man, is this Mr. Modi? I said, yeah, you can see that. You know him? I said, I couldn't tell him that I am one of the 10 national secretaries of the BJP. Even if I tell him, because of my size and the kind of attire I was in, he won't realize. He won't. So he will make fun of me. That's why I said, yeah, I belong to that party. I work for BJP. You shook hands with Modi? He said, yes, you can see. Then he leaned back towards me. He said, give me your hand. Then again, my friend looked at me. डर के क्या मैं अब तक तो फोन मांग रहा था, फोन अड़गेड़ू, अब he is asking now your hand. I said, ठीक है यार, क्या होगा? Then I gave him phone. He shook my hands and said, man, you know Mr. Modi, and you shook hands with Modi. Modi is a global leader. Let me shake your hands and let me have the pleasure of shaking the hands of Mr. Modi. He was shocked. This man, and he's not Indian. He's not somewhere from a neighboring country, Sri Lanka or Singapore. Is from that country who ruled us, who devastated us, who looted us, almost $63 trillion of economy then, worth wealth, and who pushed us into deep debt track, and who made us a weak nation, that he is citizen of that country, England. And the citizen of England is ruled us for more than 300 years, now saying your Prime Minister is a global leader, I respect him, I love him, and he is enjoying shaking my hands as if he is shaking hands of Mr. Modi. That is the kind of respect that we are getting across the globe. So the Atmanirbhar Bharat will make us more stronger, more resilient, and lead us to becoming one of the largest, and by 2030, now today we are at the 4th position in the largest economies of the world. By 2030, by all international agencies like IMF and World Bank, everybody is predicting that India will become a 3rd largest economy. But by 2047, our target is become 1st or 2. But if going with the same pace, with the same growth rate, which no other country is close to us, but I am pretty confident under this leadership, India will emerge as a Vikasit Bharat and one first largest economy, even before we celebrate our centenary independence by 2047. And like similarly, Andhra Pradesh also we are aiming, because most of you are from Andhra Pradesh also, we are aiming to build a Swarna Andhra by 2047, a healthy, wealthy and happy Andhra Pradesh. But in any country, any country to progress, people are expected to be healthy, because there is an integral relationship between the health and the economic progress of any family, for that matter, or any country or any state. Because I want you all be healthy and also contribute to making the state and also nation healthy. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I hope the VC Sahab భవిష్యత్తులో కూడా ఇటువంటి కార్యక్రమాల్లో, మంచి కార్యక్రమాల్లో పిలిస్తే కాస్త పిల్లలతో కొన్ని అనుభవాలను పంచుకోవడానికి, వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి కూడా ఏదైనా ఇంటరాక్షన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ కూడా ఉంటే కొన్ని విషయాలు వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి నేను నేర్చుకోవడానికి, నాకు తెలిసిన విషయాలు వారితో పంచుకోవడానికి కూడా అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. ఏదైనప్పటికీ వాళ్ళ ఒక మంచి కార్యక్రమానికి నన్ను ఆహ్వానించి ఇంతమంది విద్యార్థులతో కలిసి అవకాశం కలిగించినందుకు మరొకసారి మీ అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ, ఇవాళ ఎంతో అధిక ప్రసంగం చేసినా కూడా కాస్త ఓపికగా ఉన్నందుకు మీ అందరికీ కూడా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటాను. భారత్ మాతాకి జై, భారత్ మాతాకి జై. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring and thought-provoking address. Your words truly resonate with our vision of learning that leads to service and transformation. To bring this enlightening morning to a close, I invite Professor G. Ramareddy, Dean of Students' Welfare, to propose a vote of thanks.
Namaskar to all of you. Honorable Vice Chancellor S. Kori Garu, Honorable Minister Shri Satya Yadav Garu, Minister for Health, Family Welfare and Medical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and respected Registrar of the host institution, Madam Sheila Reddy Garu. Once again, Namaskar to all of you. And we all know that no duty is more urgent and pious than that of returning thanks to the guests. I am really delighted to have been given this pleasant duty of delivering the vote of thanks this morning. Sir, Minister Sir, going by what I have read through the column which you have run for almost 2.5 decades in Andhra Jyoti, and which you have compiled in the form of Satya column 2. I'm a student of political science. I usually go through the writings of not only the philosophers and intellectuals, and also the active politicians. And what I have understood, and the dictum which I am sure you have learned from your political guru, Honorable Venkaiah Naidu Garu, former Vice President of India, that is nation first, party next, and self is the last. I saw in your writings this reflection and this representation of idea, which is very, very important and crucial for the youth, how to restrain themselves, at the same time how to engage with the nation and contribute to the future. Thank you a lot, sir, for sharing those kind of ideas consistently for almost 2.5 years in a column. Maybe your present position as minister might have stopped you or prevented you from sharing your ideas freely. Sir, we know that self-reliance is the only way, that is of the Atmanirbhar Bharat. And if we understand the true spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat, as you have understood and made us understand from the inspiration of Honorable Prime Minister Modi, जो हमारा वश में है, वो हमारा नियंत्रण में है, वही सुख है. What we have power over, what is in our control, that is the only happiness. As you rightly put it, sir, and also paraphrased the 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar in three pillars. That let me add one more to it, sir. That is Swabhiman. That completes the Atmanirbhar in its true spirit. On behalf of Central University of Andhra Pradesh and its family members, I express my most sincere gratitude to the Honorable Minister, Shri Satya Yadav Garu of Government of Andhra Pradesh, who had kindly consented to be the chief guest today to address the gathering. Sir, your gracious presence and inspiring words will always motivate us and also have given to us new ways of understanding the Atmanirbhar Bharat. We are greatly indebted to you, sir, for your presence here this morning. And possibility is not a perception, it is a praxis. And as Honorable Prime Minister said, that delay is the enemy of the development, which our Vice Chancellor has truly believed. That is how today we have Jnana Seema in the Shunya Seema 3 years back, sir. And we are thankful to the Vice Chancellor for making this happening by leading from the front. And we know, sir, and again, as the Honorable Prime Minister also believes, the progress of humanity is incomplete without the empowerment of women. And we at Central University of Andhra Pradesh, under the leadership of our Vice Chancellor, we are at the anvil of empowered development with empowered women in the chair, Madam Registrar Sheila Reddy, adding to the desired and destined women-led development, which is part of completion of the dream of Viksit Bharat. I take this opportunity to also thank all the distinguished dignitaries and who are present today and who have helped us and cooperated us in bringing the Honorable Minister to this institution and making this program success. And most importantly, I thank my fraternity and my fraternity in whom this Jnana Seema, that is the Central Institute of Andhra Pradesh, believes in, because it is their grit, their intelligence and their determination that would take this nation along with its youth to the dream of Viksit Bharat. And lastly, my thanks to my dearest students for being present here and all the staff for making this facilitative arrangement. And most importantly, my sincere thanks to the media for covering this event. Thank you all once again. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for those gracious words and gratitude. With that, we conclude today's distinguished lecture. On behalf of the university, we extend our sincere thanks to our chief guest, dignitaries, faculty, students, staff, media, for being part of the memorable morning. Wishing you all a pleasant and productive day ahead. Thank you so much. For being part of the memorable morning. Wishing you all a pleasant and productive day ahead.
मिठाई का डब्बा नहीं ला रहे चलिए सर आपको लाइव ले जाते हैं लाइव चल रहे हैं थैंक यू लॉन्ग टाइम अभी आएगा
लैपटॉप चाहिए स्टाफ अंदर फोटो एकदम पड़ी स्टाफ अंदर प्लीज कलेक्ट
Students, please collect your snacks and leave. You have snacks.
పైన వీడియో రన్ అవుతుంది
అవునా రన్
బాయ్ లైవ్ ఇది మనం లైవ్ లో ఉంటాం అందులో వీడియో